Yeah, I'd just like to welcome you to the 60 Scoop story of resilience. The 60 Scoop is a bunch of government policies that led to a large number, about 20,000 Indigenous children in Canada from 1951 to 1984 being removed from their families, placed in predominantly non-Indigenous care. And so here today, I don't know, maybe you want to introduce yourself first, Karen? Or,
Okay, hi, my name is Karen Longmire. I've been working with Jackson for a number of years. Uh, Worked with him at Native Court Workers. Now he's got his own business up and running and does a lot of work for the community. And now we're doing interviews for the 60 Scoop, and I was a part of that too myself. So I'll be telling my story later on. I'm from Kanakabar First Nations. I like to introduce Grace Edge.
Hey, I'm Grace Edge. I'm part of the 60 Scoop. Uh, I'm Coach Davis in Stolo Nation from Chilliwack, BC. Um, I was taken from my family when I was a baby and put into foster homes. And then I was taken and adopted into non-Indigenous homes.
yeah, so what, so yeah, where were you born?
I was born in Chilliwack, BC, and but I was raised in Aldergrove, Langley, Vancouver, different places into different homes. Um, while in adoption home, I don't I was abused in every way possible, mental, physical, physically, sexual, everything, and I personally didn't know what a native was because I was never around native people. I wasn't raised that way, except being told that natives were stupid, ugly. I was nothing as a piece of garbage. Um, and that was my whole life. Um, put into a school and being abused in there. Um, all I ever remember is trying to hurt myself. Becoming an alcoholic, a drug addict, a sex trade worker, and that was forced on me. Forced to work the street, forced to do drugs, and I ended up becoming an alcoholic, an addict, somebody who just didn't care about my life anymore. I didn't care who I was. I, life didn't matter until I went to prison. Um, I went to jail for taking somebody's life, which I found out later on that I didn't do it. But that was actually the best place for me. I was safe. I didn't get beaten. I didn't get raped. I didn't get hurt. I was safe for the first time in my life. And here I am at 63 years of age and still learning about, was just really learning about my family. I'm learning about my heritage, my culture. I'm learning now about who my family is. It- Life is so hard. I don't understand why people adopt people or people taking foster children and treat them that way. There's no sense in it. People should not treat people that way.
what was it like
How
growing
did
up?
you? Do you have a
Can you
support
say
there
that
with you
again?
now, Grace?
Pardon?
Grace, do you have supports with you
Yeah,
now?
yeah,
Okay, good.
yeah. I
Going through all of that and everything, how did you cope?
how did I cope with my adoption and everything? Doing drugs, being scared out of my tree all the time. I never had I never knew what love was. And when somebody did finally tell me what love was, or tell me that they love me, it scared me because I always thought that love was being hurt, love was being beaten, love was being abused. Today, I've been drinking and drugging all my life because of it, and now I am off. I've been off injection drugs now for almost 5 years. For the first time in my life, I never thought I could ever get off of it. I quit drinking. I quit drinking and I quit injection drugs. I never thought I could ever do it because that was my whole entire life was doing that. I've been to treatment. I don't know. I've tried to go to different treatment centers, and one time it worked for a while, and then it didn't. And that was when I was with you, Karen, when you helped me. And I think that was the best time in my life, you know, for being clean then. But I'm doing really well now. I'm learning and I'm meeting family for the first time in my life. I'm so happy now that I get to learn to meet and I'm learning my own language. I get to learn my language now. I get to know who I am. And I'm gonna go back to my reserve. I'm going to meet family. For I haven't I met I this
Have you
last
been
year I've
back there?
lost life. Pardon?
Have you been back to your reserve lately
I
or at
haven't.
all?
I actually been trying to get back there. We were supposed to go a week ago. Unfortunately, my worker that I have now wasn't able to drive me out. She didn't get permission to drive me. So we're hoping that when I get paid, I will be able to just go out and do it. I want to meet my family. I met some of my aunties and some of my nieces and nephews, and it means a lot to me to understand that. I want to learn more cultural things. You know, I it means a lot. Mm, I I don't know. I'm learning beadwork and learning to do things like that, and that's a really big thing. Mm.
What
What made
were
you
the
first want to change? Yeah,
Sorry, I couldn't
for
hear
the
that.
healing. What was your
Yeah,
healing
just
point?
I think my main point is finally getting to be here with indigenous groups. People learn teaching me not to be that I am worthy. And you know what I have to say that through it all, today I pray and I smudge and I have friends. And I feel sorry for the people that hurt me because they don't know who I am today. I am strong today. I am a First Nation warrior woman who is strong, who doesn't need to be abused anymore. I don't need that life. And I pray for the people who are now going into homes because I pray that the government has got to learn to go and check these homes out. The homes were not good back then. I pray that they are better today. You know, we need love and respect for these people. and stop cutting their hair off. Quit abusing them. It wasn't a life. I wasn't living. I was existing. And there were so many of us, that's all we did was exist. I lost everything. And being told I was ugly and stupid and natives are garbage. You know, I was scared to meet my family. I was scared of native people. I was terrified of them because I thought we were all, mean to each other and ugly and we were nothing. And the only ones that I cared about were the ones in the back alleys doing the drugs that were drinking. That was the only ones I cared about because they were the same as me. We went through such pain. And that's the only ones that I could relate to. And today I have a lot more friends. Today I have a lot more Indigenous sisters and brothers and family, and not just birth family, but family on the street, family, who are out there homeless today. In my heart breaks when I see homeless Indigenous people and youth because I want to help them all the time now. And that's what this has done for me. It's made me today have a heart for people, love and honor people, because that's what we need. We never got it. And I feel sorry for anybody that's going through this. It's a tough, horrible, and it's, sorry,
So what
I'm
skills
thinking
do you
back
think
to some of the homes. Okay.
what skills do you think you learned?
Skills I learned. I learned how to be strong. I learned how to love people. I learned how to honor my people. I've gone to school. I graduated. I have learned how to have respect for people. I want to learn how to fish. I want to know how to fish. I want to eat some fish. I want to eat some, what do you call that? Moose meat and stuff like. I want to have some indigenous food in me. But I learned how to do beadwork and crafts, and I make T-shirts, and I do beading, and I love it. I did my bracelet. I don't know if you can see that. I did that. I do a lot of different things, and I'm grateful for that. I go to Indigenous art classes, and I go to Indigenous groups. That's more, and drumming and singing groups, and I want to learn how to dance. And I just want to do some normal, proper Indigenous living. If that's what it sounds, if that sounds funny, I'm sorry, but that's just who I want to understand what it means to go to the reserve and live on the reserve for a while. I want to learn how to do some fishing and hunting and, I don't know, weaving, cooking, mechanic, all that kind of stuff. I want to understand what that means, That would be a huge help for me. That would really teach you. I'm trying to learn to make bannock on my own, but it's not the same. Yeah, not the same as with people who've done it for years. Eh,
So you're thankful for all the traditions that First Nations have?
Yeah, I'm very, very, very much I mean, all the traditions I like learning is opening up my heart to more things that I want to do. Because I never learned anything as a child. I never learned anything until the last maybe 10, 20 years, on and off, going to different groups here and there. And it wasn't always the same, I get one group 1 month and a group another 6 months down the road or something. But now it's almost every month I do different stuff. And every couple weeks I'm in groups. And And here at the Dr. Peter Center, which is really good, that they're helping me, and also Ribbon Community, um, which is one of the things why I have a hard time is because I am positive. Um, being, being raped became I became positive, and now I have a life of this. This is another part of my life
So,
of it all, right?
yeah.
You know.
So, how did you find out you were 60 Scoop?
I was being raised in the white homes and everything, and being abused, and you just, when I finally found out, I had talked with some people, trying to figure out why I was the way I was, and who I was, and I met some people who were going around in Surrey, and they were talking to me, and I said, tell them what about my life, and they said, 60 Scoop Girl, you were taken away. I'm like, I don't know what that is, right? You know, I didn't know what it meant, but I understand now what it means to be you're taken away from your family, your culture, and your heritage. You were taken and put in homes that nobody would want to be living in. I'm sure that there must have been people that were put in some good homes. And I wish I was one of them. I wish I was one of them because it wouldn't have been so hard. Sorry. um. Okay. Life was not.
That's okay.
Life is hard, as you know.
What was it, do you think? Because
I'm grateful for. Mm,
being a survivor, culture,
yeah. Yeah.
has
I'm
culture
a
changed life?
survivor,
Is
is
it
right.
like,
Yeah. I have a friend that says I'm not a survivor. They like the word I'm a thriver better. And I kind of thought, yeah, maybe so. Um, there's a, I don't know if I can show this to you, but there's a board behind me, and there's a lot of words on it. Yeah, Karen is gone.
Mhm.
um, but it's got respect, and it's got rooted, and it's got commitment, and it's got life, and different things. And it's so beautiful. It's words that mean so much. They're strong words. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, I think she was asking about the impact. Growing up in a foster family, there, what impact has that had on you? Like for, say, maybe it could be your identity or, your culture or connection that you have with the community and stuff.
Can you repeat that? Sorry about that.
Pardon?
Can you repeat that?
Like, yeah, so about the impact, so growing up in the foster homes, what impact has that had on your life? Like, could be like,
Yeah, okay. The I had a lot of anger. It made me angry, 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 and I had a lot of hatred. And now, you know, I don't have that hatred. I do have a lot of fear still. I can't go out with guys. I can't go into small spaces. I can't be around a room full of men. Um, I have a thing about. I try to trust people, but I still have a hard time to trust. It's hard to trust. I I try to stand up for myself now, though. I try to stand up and say, "Hey, I'm worthy of this. I am a good person." Um, I've been through all the sadness and the hardness of what my life went through. I'm doing what the best I can for me today. And I try to help other people. I try to share my love and heart for others. It's not easy all the time, but I do what I can to keep myself strong.
Yeah. Yeah. So what steps have you taken towards healing and recovery?
I have. I go to actually right now. I'm supposed to be in a recovery group right now,
Or-
but I'm not because of here. Um, but I go to my First Nation classes, groups, Indigenous groups, and my art groups, and I have drumming groups, and I have people who I talk to, elders. If I didn't have all of them, I wouldn't be able to keep going. I um I am so grateful to the elders. I the powwows, and I go to the friendship center. I knew for the longest time I couldn't walk past the friendship center downtown in Vancouver. I had to cross the street and go past it because I didn't feel like I was good enough to walk it over by it. And now I can go in there with my head up, and I don't have to worry. I can stand inside there, and I can go to the powwows, and I can feel proper, normal, like I am worthy. I'm a person. I'm not a piece of garbage.
Mm,
I, you know, I
yeah.
am. I am who I am. I am First Nation woman, and I am proud of it.
That's awesome. Must have taken quite a journey to get there. So, like other people who, like, what message or advice would you have for other people who, like, who've been through the foster system and stuff like that? Like,
I think, okay, another thing I do, I have to share this with you. If I go to high schools, I share at high schools and talk to them about my life.
mm,
And we even went to a Catholic school one time. I thought, no, these kids won't know what I'm talking about. And I had more kids coming to me and telling me that their parents were in jail. Their parents, they were in foster homes, they were in different things. And it broke my heart to hear this. These poor kids in Catholic school going through the same thing that I went through. And I think if you've gone through this, share your story. Talk to elders. You are not a piece of crap. You are not what people see. Honor yourself and love yourself. I have to stand in front of a mirror and tell myself over and over and over and over again, I am worthy. I am beautiful. I am smart. I am. Nobody else can take that away from you. You just have to keep adding that to yourself. Give yourself permission to chat and pray to the Creator. Thank the Creator on a daily basis. Thank the Creator for everything that you got today. Because if you don't thank the Creator, who's going to be there for you? Nobody except you. And you need to keep Him in the Creator and all your elders and friends.
mm. Yeah, that's awesome. Is that basically where you're at currently in life, like with family, work, and your
Mm,
involvement with community? Or heavily involved in
mm,
community and doing a lot to
I
help out the
am.
community and yourself?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. What hopes and for the future for either yourself or Indigenous community? What do you have any hopes for yourself or the Indigenous community?
I hope to be able to go home and meet everybody, and I I hope to learn more about my culture. um, and I hope that others do. I want people to be strong and to do this. You're worthy. You're worth it. And, you know,
Yeah. So, so as
like
you're growing up, then you weren't involved in culture too much.
I was never involved in culture when I was young. I didn't understand them of it because I was never allowed to do anything. I remember once going to school and I was in a school class and they were teaching us about indigenous things. I got excited about it because, and so I phoned my adopted mom and told her, I'm going to go to this class and I'm going to learn. And she came to the school and she pulled me out of the school and she took me home and beat me up and said, You don't learn that kind of stuff. You're garbage. You're no good. And you got to remember that. And I didn't understand what the heck was wrong with me. And, and when I finally found out who I really am and the truth about Native culture, why was she wrong? She was so totally wrong. I mean, maybe there is, maybe our people did have problems. Maybe we did have alcohol. Maybe we did have, and but I think that was because of the government. The way they treated us, the way they shut us, put the Native people on reserves, and take them and put them into different homes, and didn't care about people, take them away from their culture, and that to me is what is most important to me, is to learn my culture more. That picture behind you, I love the picture.
Mm.
I love that because I love all the baby, the regalia wearing. That means a lot to me. I want to make my own regalia. I want to learn to do more beadwork and do that.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, so I don't know if there's anything else you would like to share, for people or people watching this.
I just would like to say, never forget that you are loved. You are truly loved. And don't let people hurt you. Stay strong. Stand up for yourself and stand up for others because you are a creator's child and you are loved no matter what. You are beautiful.
Wow.
Thank you.
Yeah, that, that's awesome. Yeah, yeah. So in a short interview, we found out a little bit about, being scooped and everything and all the ramifications and implications. And it's tragic that your foster mom took you out of that class and you never had that opportunity to
Yeah.
learn more about your culture. And then once you did, though, you realize that it is rich and that how wrong they were, and all these government policies that
Mm,
shove us off onto reserves. And
mm,
so you're working on yourself. You're doing the
mm,
best that you can for recovery and healing, and being involved in the community and sharing your story with the youth in high school. That's awesome.
mm. Yeah, it means a lot to me to do this and to share my culture and to share what I know and to share what I've been through. It helps others, and I have so many, and I keep getting asked by the schools to come by every year. And I've been gone from North Vancouver. I've gone all the way up to Salmon Arm and in high schools in different places. And I help. And the last place where I went was up in Salmon Arm, and it wasn't even in a high school. It was in a theater, a movie theater. And there was like so many people. I've never talked in front of that many people ever, and it was amazing. I was like, wow. Uh, I helped. I had actually, I forgot to turn my phone off while I was there. and my phone kept buzzing off and quick, I need help, I need help. I'm like, oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm not in Vancouver. And I had people phoning to ask me to help them, to get them into treatment, to get them into shelters. And while I was there at the end of my speech, I had a young girl come up to me and she goes, I have something to say, and I've never told anybody. And she burst into tears, and she grabbed me, and she hugged me, and I said, it's okay, I'll be in here. She goes, what's wrong? I said, what is wrong with you? She goes, I've been abused, and I'm an addict, and I'm a prostitute. And I'm like, well, congratulations. You just shared your story with me, and I would like to help you. So I got up and I asked anybody here can help this young girl get into recovery, into detox right now. And I had people come down and help her. This young girl has been clean and sober since, and I am so proud of her. And I'm proud of and all the people. If you can just help one person, that's great. But I'm sure there's a lot more of your stories and people's stories can help. And it goes a long way. When you help one person, it keeps going. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good news. I really appreciate your courage and openness to be able to come on here. And like, I don't know what happened with Karen, but I guess that's
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and keep up the good work with all that and stuff.
Mm.
Yeah, like to thank the viewers for watching and encourage further education and support for reconciliation efforts. I guess
Yeah.
that's all. It's really like that's what we're doing in ourselves, trying to reconcile whatever happened and trying to fit in best as we can in the community. And yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Thank you.
So I'll end the stream here, but just give me a second after this. So
Okay.
unless is that good?
Yeah.
Okay.